was talking to patrol staff and field supervisors. I felt they seemed stressed dealing with coworkers who fool, degrade, play around, make stories, pressurize with lies and nonsense. I understand some lies are hurtful and some hurt less and make us unhappy. The ones who lie are actually enjoying it. They love doing it. They feel happy. I told my staff to relax. I understand lying, stories, degrading, and fooling others has become a fairly common occurrence and strengthened significantly over the years. I understand where my staff was coming from. Such sick people who lie think they will gain advantage to exploit others. So I decided to talk a bit. I will try not to go in details of how to spot a liar, how to investigate coworker lying, how to screen a liar, how truth looks like or how deception look like, or what to spot in their body language or behavior, etc., etc. But in real life, you will notice many marketing people lie to sell a product or services. Many job candidates lie on their resumes to get a job. Criminals lie to avoid punishment. Even politicians lie to get votes. Many people lie to achieve their goals, assuming truth does not work. Sometimes we face fake stories, fake news, and lies at workplace. When you call these story makers to the office, they will lie more to protect themselves and to avoid embarrassment, not realizing they might be separated and no longer part of the team. I believe if such people cost you your peace, it's not worth it. It's better to get rid of them, terminate their employment. We as a team evaluate and keep records of employees' performance and work-related issues. You will also notice that such people, you might be surprised, and you will notice that your client and your customer sometimes like worker working at their facility or business and they are very satisfied. In reality, the client is unaware that the worker at their facility is mentally disturbed, a good liar, and a good story maker. Do not risk keeping such people employed. Even if the client like the person, remove them because sooner or later you will find that the liar who was good at making stories created serious damage to the business, our reputation, our brand, our firm, and our relation with the client and other employees. When lies start breaking down, it turns things ugly. I realize it's hard detecting and dealing with such people. That's why we as a team deal with such issues. Always keep your self-esteem high. Don't get trapped by such people. Some tell lies and make stories to protect themselves. Some tell lies to promote themselves. These people think when they lie to their workers and or clients, it will be beneficial to them. They think they will be considered as smarter, more liked, or attracted, or more interesting personality. They try to impress others with lies. In reality, they are bad eggs and sometimes very, very dangerous people. Lying is a fantasy to them. They don't have a great self-esteem and they lie and make stories to have a fake self-esteem to make themselves happy. Actually, when we talk to such people, they structure their thoughts, and what they were told is presented totally different to others. Some of them might do it on purpose because their life is boring and low self esteem, and some got some mental issues. Such storytellers or liars are not realizing that lies and stories have benefits as well as risks for both the liar and the one lied to. Believe it or not, such psychos and players are so good in fooling others. Their story makes some sense when you look at it through their eyes. Unfortunately, one of the hardest people to work with is someone who lies and tell fake stories. Such people who lie are so-called pathological or compulsive liars. Pathological liars lie all the time. Sometimes they don't even know that they are lying. It is a disease. They are mentally disturbed, a state or condition of being compelled, psychologically a strong, unusual, irresistible impulse to perform an act, especially one that is irrational or contrary to one's will. Actually, their mind is so good in making stories, they are quick in structuring their thoughts. They think very rapid while communicating. They actually manipulate communication by not telling the truth. A normal person might lie for a reason, or he or she was probably misinformed or unaware of something, and lie was unintentional, and we were not trying to hurt each other's feeling, and probably lied. But it's frustrating to work with a lying coworker who manipulate communication by not telling the truth and make stories. When you are faced with a lying coworker, you need to stay cool and approach the situation with caution. Once you have determined the reason why the coworker is lying, it might be time to have a calm conversation with them. Avoid challenging the liar, since it might get into a confrontation and very likely to force the lying coworker into an unpredictable defensive mode. For many lies, the reasons are complicated. Sometimes it is to protect the liar from being punished or to protect someone else from punishment. The lie might be to avoid being embarrassed, to hide an awkward situation, or to simply have others think better of the person telling the fib. Such lying isn't admirable, but not hard to understand why it occurs. People who lie repeatedly often have a desire to be in control of a situation. Such people may also be worried they won't be respected if the truth can leave them looking poorly. Instead, they offer a lie that casts them in a good light, but they aren't able to see that in the most cases, that's what they offered has no basis in reality. Keep in mind, these liars think that telling the truth is like giving up the control. Often people tell lies and play smart to control a situation and exert influence towards getting the decision or reactions they want. While dealing with such people, it is your job as a supervisor to find and determine why they are lying, why they are making fake stories, and document everything. Document everything. Try to stay calm and professional while you are determining their motives. You don't need to be good friends with all your coworkers, but you do need to be able to work with everyone. If you become heated or unprofessional, it could damage your work relationship and reputation. Keep in mind that liars don't want to disappoint you. They play you. They will be nice with you. They will smile. I call them double faced. It might not feel like, but such workers who tell lie after lie are often worried about losing their respect of those around them. They want you to like them, be impressed, and value them. They are always worried that the truth might lead you to reject or shame them. People lie for lots of reasons. Don't be caught up in drama and their web. Stay true and honest to yourself. Lies are not a lie to those psychos. Such liars feel so much pressure in the moment that their memory becomes simply unreliable. When they say something, it's often because they genuinely believe at that moment that it is the truth. Their memory has been overwhelmed by stress, events, and they desire to find a way to make stressful situation at work. Sometimes this can become so severe that the person almost seems to have created a complete alternate world in their head, one that conforms to their moment by moment beliefs and needs. Such psychos want their lies to be true so badly that their desire and needs again overwhelm their instinct to tell the truth. Sometimes liars hope that they can make something come true by saying it over and over and by believing it as hard as they can. Such liars think lie actually doesn't matter. You won't know them unless you ask them questions. For example, it seems like this issue is really important to you. Why? Why this issue is important to you? Or try approaching your coworker with a question such as, you said ABC, but I thought XYZ happened. This way, you are not placing blame on your coworker. You are just asking a question. We can begin to understand the motivations behind them. Asking the person why this situation is so important to you, or why do you need me to see this the same way you do, can be very useful. Non-threatening way to get at the foundations of stress and desperation that often underline deceptions. Don't ask why you are lying. We need to remember that the person is often motivated by not being seen as a liar, and this question paints them into a corner. Try to understand their motivations and having empathy. Empathy is the ability to recognize, understand, and share the thoughts and feelings of another person. Empathy in such situations is valuable. But to function effectively in the real world, we also need people to learn to be more honest. Communicating empathy can be a valuable tool to give them permission to tell the truth, and then recognizing and reinforcing when a person does tell the truth is a powerful way to get more truth telling. It shows people that the truth is not scary and what the world won't and that the world won't end when the truth comes out. If your coworker continues to lie after you chat with them, you have two options. Either accept your coworker is a liar and a story maker, or escalate the problem and go to your bosses. I would suggest approach HR department. Approach HR department if the liar is impacting your work or is putting other colleagues, clients, or the employer in jeopardy. If you do approach your manager, prepare the conversation with documentation. Just present the facts and leave the rest to your managers or HR department. Characterize people by their actions, and you will never be fooled by their words.
Please call us to receive a complimentary personal visit from a VSF security expert to discuss your security needs. Our phone number is 800-981-3113. Email info@vsfus.com. Or you can visit our website for more information at www.vsfus.com.